end of the day, he learned what getting your ass ripped is all about. I don't know if it happened to him very often in Michigan State. That was before practice started. That was a wake-up call.
Time for a quick take. That was Indiana head coach Curt Cignetti chewing out his new transfer wide receiver, Nick Marsh, for wearing gold cleats. Stephen A., I'll take this one first. As the resident Indiana alum here, I love Curt Cignetti. I love all the things he's done. I also think he needs to take a chill pill because this is spring practice. The guy's wearing gold cleats to practice. If I can channel a little Allen Iverson here, we're talking about practice. I understand you want to have a strong culture, but my goodness, coach, breathe. It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. It's the details that made IU so great. And you know what? You've got a lot of new people on this roster at IU this year. You've got to set the standard and be detail-oriented in order to try to repeat what you just accomplished. You didn't get there because you let things slip. And even if it's as simple as shoes, all right, go after it and set the tone.
Courtney, here's the deal.
Okay.
You're saying the coach who just went undefeated and won a national championship at Indiana, not Michigan, not Ohio State, at Indiana, you're telling him to take a chill pill over a transfer? I need you to get tested, Courtney. I think something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. I say that affectionately because you need to get tested. Something's wrong with you. No, the coach is saying, what have you done? When we won the championship, where the hell were you? Weren't you at Michigan State? You weren't here. You didn't do this. Do you know what it takes to win? Do you understand what goes into it? The attention to detail. You know what? You haven't done anything yet. Didn't we learn that from The Last Dance with Michael Jordan? When he talked about how, the year would start anew and he'd get all up in people. Why did he bring that up? He said, because you haven't done anything. Who the hell you think you are? You ain't going to come in here, riding our coattails, acting like you did something that we did. No, you weren't a part of this. It's a new day. It's a new season. Nick Marsh hasn't done a damn thing yet. No disrespect to him, but Cignetti point calling him out. You damn right. We got a national championship to defend next year. Don't walk around here like you did something. You weren't even here. The hell you doing wearing gold anything? You didn't even warrant a silver medal. We played against Miami for the national championship. That wasn't Michigan State. When we beat Alabama and everybody else, you weren't there. You didn't do this. Sean's absolutely right. What are you talking about? Please. The coach has every right to sit up there. It's a standard. I define the standard. You ain't rolling up in here like you want something. You haven't. Earn it. No problems with that whatsoever.
I didn't realize I was with the no fun police here on a Friday on First Take. All I'm saying is it's practice. You can wear whatever cleats you want. Not just Nick Marsh. I think that everybody should be allowed to.
Clearly not. Who makes the rules? Who makes the rules? Who's the coach? Who's the boss? Him.
You know what? There are plenty of bigger fish to fry on your way to chasing perfection once again. I would just lay off this one. I think there's many other things that they will encounter, but again, no fun police. God, who would have thought that I had whimsy and all of that on this show?
The undefeated national championship coach gets to define the standard, not a transfer. Period.
You know what's fun? Winning a national championship and going undefeated. That's fun. Wearing gold cleats?
All right, enough about gold cleats because we've got two incredible NCAA Sweet 16 matchups on the slate in Washington, D.C. tonight. First, Jon Scheyer and his one-seeded Duke Blue Devils take on Rick Pitino and his five-seeded St. John's Red Storm, 7:10 Eastern. That game is followed by another great one. Dan Hurley, Tom Izzo, Michigan State, UConn. We've got Sean Farnham, obviously, back with us here to go through both of these incredible games. So, Sean, which coach's legacy would benefit the most from a title?
I'm going to go with Jon Scheyer. Everybody else has already got a title. And so I look at Jon Scheyer and I look at the way that national semifinal last year ended against Houston, where they couldn't get the ball in bounds with a team that had Cooper Flagg and Con Knipple, Malawach, all the talent that they had. to eradicate that ghost from even a season ago, and you're replacing the legend that is Coach K. This solidifies you if you win a national championship this year, even more so than what he's been able to accomplish in the first 4 years, which has been outstanding. But every other coach in this region's got one. Jon Scheyer needs to get his.
Believe it or not, I'm going to sit up there and I'm going to say Rick Pitino. This is a man, Sean, that won a national title in Kentucky in '96. 17 years later, he won a national title in 2013 at Louisville. Obviously, he departed under, uncomfortable circumstances, to say the least, and we thought he was going to be done. He went up, coached in Greece, came back, coached at Iona, and now he's at St. John's. And why do I bring up St. John's? Do you understand that St. John's has 2 Final Four appearances? They reached the Final Four in 1952, and they reached the Final Four in 1985 with Chris Mullin and Walter Berry and Mark Jackson and Willie Glass with Lou Carnesecca and the sweater. They ain't been back since. And it got to a point where if it wasn't for the New York Knicks, basketball in New York City would have been dead. And Rick Pitino comes out of nowhere, comes to St. John's in Queens, New York, right off the Grand Central Parkway, resurrects this program. If you were to get them to the Final Four, that in and of itself, with the East region that he's had to go through with Duke, Michigan State, UConn, Kansas, etc., that would be Herculean enough. But to win a national championship, which would be his 3rd, after he was considered dead and gone at one point, figuratively speaking, as a collegiate coach, to do that at St. John's University, resurrecting basketball in the Mecca that is New York City along the way, it would be absolutely, positively phenomenal. It's a bigger story. Scheyer is a damn good coach. His Duke, no drop-off from Mike Krzyzewski to him. That's just unbelievable in and of itself. All that's waiting for his resume is a national championship. So I get you and I give you that. But he's 38 years of age, doing what he's doing. That's one thing. For Rick Pitino to be 70 and to be doing what he's doing for basketball in New York City and collegiate basketball overall, I can't think of a bigger story than that, to be honest with you.
But here's the point. He's already done all of that for St. John's. Look, he won the Big East regular season. He wins the Big East Conference Tournament Championship. They were underseeded as a 5, all right? From a legacy perspective, what he's done in revitalizing that university and the basketball program, the Godfather has nothing left to prove. He's the Godfather for a reason, Stephen A., because he's won everywhere he's gone. And that's why I look at Jon Scheyer and say, listen, if you want to eradicate even the remote thoughts of what Coach K was able to accomplish, you want to be the guy that follows the legend, to come in and to win a championship, especially after the way things ended a season ago. From a legacy perspective, there's nothing that Rick Pitino's going to do or not do that's going to change my eyes of how elite of a coach Rick Pitino is.
Well, listen, you're ignoring what I said. It's the bigger picture. You haven't been to the Final Four in 40 years. You've never won a national championship at St. John's. And considering how moribund but remembering how moribund the institution was in basketball annals at some point. I mean, the bottom line is to resurrect them and to deliver them their first national title, for it to be in New York, for Rick Pitino to win his 3rd. I mean, come on now. Scheyer you got the #1 recruiting class practically every year you've been there. It's Duke. Rick Pitino doing this for St. John's? Oh, my Lord. It don't get much bigger than that, bro. It doesn't. It doesn't.
All right, we got to go, but don't forget, Tom Izzo has not won a national championship since 2000. He only has 1. Pitino has 2. All right, who will advance to the Elite 8 tonight? We have game picks next. Do not go anywhere.